All righty, ladies and gents, boys and girls, happy Monday, October the 18th, 2021. Appreciate you all tuning in. And believe it or not, even though it may not feel like it, it is a Victory Monday here on this Monday, October the 18th, 2021. Guys, welcome in to the Daily Crow. I'm Chris Phillips, your host as always of the Spurs Up Show. We're taking your questions, your comments, your calls, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377 today, folks. I definitely want to hear from you, your full thoughts, reactions to what happened on Saturday as the Gamecocks do get the W in dramatic fashion, 21-20. Also, we can talk Zeb Noland officially last night being named your starting quarterback moving forward. Luke Doty re-injuring his foot, quote unquote, and Zeb Noland officially will get the start Saturday in College Station against Texas A&M. I see Todd Smith, Luke RJ, Rebecca Strandage, Brendan, Victoria Lynn Kelly, Lindsay Hagler. Lindsay says Therapy Monday. Is it a Therapy Monday? Is it a Therapy Monday? Is it a Victory Monday? How do you view this Monday? Because, again, South Carolina did win the football game. Travis, Savannah Webster, let's see, Cody Sharp, Wesley Newmar. Also, guys, if you are in the Big Cock Club Discord, head over to TDC Questions, the TDC Questions channel, to be sure that your questions are answered. Guys, again, we have a lot to get into here on a Monday, and I want to hear from you. But first things first, let me tell you about our friends over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm, because the Daily Crow is presented to you by our friends at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm. Guys, they're young but experienced and aggressive attorneys. They're both former prosecutors who used to represent insurance companies but switching sides. They both worked at larger law firms where they represented hundreds of clients at a time. And guys, they both left to start their own law firm because they understand you're not just a line under, you're not just a number, you're a real human being, and you should be treated as such. They're a small boutique law firm that treats the clients like family. Guys, they're going to know who you are and treat you like a client and not a number. They handle injury cases that arise from car accidents and work accidents. Guys, do not try to take on the insurance company yourself. You've been involved in any type of accident, no matter what it is. The last thing that you should be dealing with is paperwork, dealing with the insurance company. Let the experts over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm handle it for you, guys. They use the latest technology to make representation efficient yet effective. Again, let them take care of everything for you. You don't even pay them unless they recover money for you. Rami's in Columbia, Curtis in Charleston. They handle cases statewide. They also offer virtual or in-person consultations at no charge. Guys, give them a call today in Columbia, 803-973-0304, or in their Somerville location, 843-388-3368. Or, of course, guys, your one-stop shop, their website, dsinjurylaw.com. That is dsinjurylaw.com for more information. Again, guys, the friends over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm, be sure to check them out and tell them that Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. Okay, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Guys, a couple of quick updates before we really dive into everything. First things first, a change of plans for this weekend. Watch parties still going down in Greenville, South Carolina for the Gamecocks Texas A&M game. However, I told you guys it was going to be the Woodruff Road location. There's been a change of plans. It actually is going to be the downtown Greenville location on Saturday night. Downtown Greenville location. I'll be getting out the updated graphics, all that good stuff. But again, I know I told you guys Woodruff Road, downtown Greenville's where we'll be on Saturday night. Again, doors open at 11. Kickoff, of course, is at 7:30. Yours truly will plan on getting there probably about 5 or 5:30 or so. But again, we'll be at the downtown Greenville location. So if you're in the upstate, we'll be right back where we were when the Gamecocks took on ECU, and would love to see you guys out there. Also, another quick update, new merch is dropped. You see, I'm rocking one of the new hoodies. We've got hoodies, pullovers, long sleeves, everything you need. We have this hat as well. Great day to have a day, right? Gonna have beanies dropping, tons of merch that you need for when the weather cools off. Obviously, it's cooled off in the City of Dreams here, and I feel like it's officially hoodie season again. But either way, new merch is dropped also until midnight tonight. Use the promo code TSUS. You're going to get 20% off your purchase. Of course, that's after every single Gamecocks victory. And folks, after the game on Saturday, who knows if we win another game, so you might want to take advantage of that 20% off promo code But, yeah, new merch is dropped, guys. Go use the promo code for 20% off your entire purchase until midnight tonight. Outside of that, we'll be at Tin Roof on Wednesday. And, again, I appreciate our friends over at Dason and Schlubby Law Firm for helping us out with the tickets. And we're able to do these ticket giveaways. And we were able to dish a lot of tickets out to Gamecock fans who went to that game against Vandy. So appreciate those guys. And again, appreciate the Gamecock fans who reached out to me and sent the tickets over. Because like I said, I was able to find a bunch of Gamecocks and kind of make their weekend and get them to the game on Saturday. So a really, really good time. And again, guys, appreciate the love and support. Hey, thank you to all those who stopped by the tailgate that said what's up. That said what's up in the stadium. It's always really cool. I mean, I tweeted about this just a little bit ago, but it's always really cool to interact with you guys and meet you guys in person. I'm somebody that still believes in the power of a handshake and getting to meet people in person and conversate. And so for those that, go out of their way to show love and appreciation, especially stop by the tailgate. The tailgate's been a massive success throughout this season. Of course, we have 3 more home games to go, but it's been a massive success. And again, that's all because of you guys. So again, thank you all so much. Again, guys, we're taking your questions, your comments, and your calls. 843-790-3377. And I will say this, am I a little biased because it's my merch? Maybe so, sure, but this hoodie is badass. This hoodie is badass. It's the champion. It's super thick, gonna keep you warm. The design, the splash design, I love it. It's fire. Highly, highly recommend. Now, it's a little more pricey than our normal hoodies, but it's also nicer than our other hoodies. And it's a different kind of a unique design, kind of a premium thing. So definitely check it out. But we got tons of offerings, all your Beamer Ball, Shane Storm, all that good stuff on hoodies, long sleeves, pullovers, all that good stuff. Again, want to hear from you. Take your questions. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. It looks like Kai Kroger has been named the Special Teams Player of the Week. Okay, Kai Kroger, SEC Special Teams Player of the Week. He did have a huge game, by the way. I think he averaged like 57 yards per punt. Yeah. So good stuff for Kai. Let's see. Again, guys, taking your questions, your comments, your calls, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Yeah, Ben, the hat is on the store. Yes, the hat is on the store. Yeah. Let's see. In the 60s in Florida. Love to see that. Let's see. Great Bisbee says, Zeb looked great on the last drive. So did the entire unit, the offensive line included. Looked like an NFL 2-minute drill. Yeah. How about Zeb Nolan, man? What a guy. Tip your cap to Zeb and what he did and leading this team down the field. And incredible. Incredible. Again, would love to hear from you all. I know you all want to talk quarterbacks. Again, it's official. Zeb Nolan will start against Texas A&M. Luke Doty is hurt. I've seen many of you questioning whether that's true or not. Maybe Zeb just took the starting gig. Whatever. The reality is this. Zeb Nolan is getting the start in College Station against Texas A&M. Sean O'Brien says, is next year a wide open competition for the quarterback position? Well, you got Braden Davis coming in, right? You've got Braden Davis, so play the best guy. I don't care. I really don't. Again, I know there's people out there that think I'm some Luke Doty homer and I'm on Luke Doty's jock, and I just want Luke Doty to play for some. Listen, I just want the best guy to play. I just want to win football games. Yes, of course, I would like to see Salkin at some point get back to really, truly knowing who QB1 is and having that guy, because I think you have to get back to that point to really take the next step as a program. I don't care if it's Luke Doty, Braden Davis, Jason Brown, Colton Gauthier, if it's a transfer, if Spencer Rattler comes in and takes the starting job, I don't care who it is. I truly, truly don't. Zeb Nolan doing what he did on the final drive. I'm not going to overreact to one drive and say that, Zeb Nolan's starting now. We're going to go 5-0 the rest of the way out. I'll tell you this, and again, I said this on the podcast that dropped this morning, and I highly suggest you guys check that out and listen to that, but it's very simple in my mind. It's very, very, very simple. If Luke Doty is not 110%, not 90%, not 95%, not 98%, if he's not 110%, he should not play. Bottom line. And At this point, it doesn't sound like he is. And I don't know that his foot is ever going to be 100% at this point. So if it's not, don't play him. Don't play him. Because my biggest thing with the offense and why I thought the offense would be improved is because I thought, you know what, Luke Doty's athleticism, his ability to get outside the pocket and scramble and make things happen with his legs is going to be the game changer the offense needs. That has not been the case this year. Luke Doty has not been himself in regards to scrambling, in regards to making guys miss, in regards to making big plays on third down. And let me be the first to say also, Luke Doty played like garbage on Saturday. There's no way around it. There's no way to defend it. You can talk offensive line. You can talk this. You can talk that. You can talk receivers. Luke Doty did not have a great game. Now, am I going to say that Luke Doty's career here is a wash and he should transfer and he has no hope for his future at South Carolina? I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that off of one game. I think that's foolish. I think that's silly. Again, I understand people, they want the answers right away and they want to draw conclusions. People are so quick to make these knee-jerk reactions and draw conclusions. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to draw conclusions off of one game. But, hey, Luke Doty's not healthy. And if he's not healthy, he shouldn't play. End of story. I mean, obviously, Zeb Nolan gives you something in the passing game that, you saw it in the last drive, but I'll be very curious and intrigued to see how Zeb Nolan plays against the Texas A&M in a full game, because I'm not one of these people who has forgotten, Zeb Nolan like garbage against East Carolina. He did. In the first half, he looked terrible. So there's no perfect answer on this football team. This football team has major questions at the quarterback position, no matter who's out there. And Tina Jones says that Luke Doty is scared, which is such a silly comment. What would make you think that, Tina Jones? What would make you think that Luke Doty is scared? That's just silly. That's ridiculous to throw that out there. But Ryan Brack, what's going on, my guy? And John Braddock brings it up. Your comments on the Vandy recap is interesting. If there's a disconnect between Luke and the O-line, there may be something there. Guys tend to block harder for the guys they like. Yeah, again, sitting as low as we did, Section 3, Row 10, you see and you pick up on many things in regards to body language and emotion and those different things, and seeing the jawing back and forth between Luke Doty and Eric Douglas, that was concerning to me. That was something that concerned me a bit, because it's like, if it's week 7 and things are that discombobulated and they're not even remotely on the same page, it seems. That to me is a bigger issue. You know what I mean? So is it Luke Doty not understanding certain things? Is it just confusion between those two? I don't know, and I don't understand how that can be the case 7 weeks in. I don't get it. I don't get it. Either way, Zeb Nolan is your starter. Zeb Nolan is getting the start Saturday against Texas A&M, and I'm glad he's being rewarded. I really am. I'm glad he's being rewarded for that final drive. But again, I'm not going to be someone that sits here all week and preaches to you that all of a sudden, because Zeb Nolan's a starter, this offense is going to go score 30 points and the Gamecocks are going to go 5-0 the rest of the way. I don't think that's realistic. Brennan Wagner says, didn't you hear? If Zeb was starting all season, we'd be 6-1. Like the voicemail said, yeah, I hope Bradley Kane does call in today. I would love to hear from Brad. Listen, I appreciate the banter, and I respect all opinions, but trying to insinuate that if Zeb Nolan had been starting all season, the Gamecocks would be 6-1 it's ridiculous. I'm sorry. It is. Again, I'm not going to let myself be brainwashed over one drive against prevent defense coverage. Again, not taking nothing away from Zeb Nolan, but come on. I mean, let's be serious. Let's be serious. The Gamecocks would not be 6-1 had Zeb Nolan been starting all season. There's just no way. Again, 843-790-3377. Guys, we got the questions rolling in. I can't even hardly get to all of them here. Let me see. Courtney Washington, Chris, can you give your thoughts on the Vandy game, good or bad? I just want the truth, how you felt about it. So, Courtney, when am I ever not true? I mean, I give my unfiltered opinion on here. I've never told a lie on these here airways. I don't say anything because you want to hear it or you want to hear it or you want to hear it. We keep it real on this show. So
call from
Zachary.
All right, let's jump to the phone lines. Zachary, what's going on, my man? How are you?
Chris, I'm just happy to be 4-3. I don't really care. How about you, Chris?
I'm doing well as well, man. It's like you made a great point. Again, we are 4-3, and it's kind of conflicting feelings because on one hand you want to be upset and kick and scream, but on the other hand, it's like, just thank God we're 4-3. We're somehow, some way, with all the adversity and the ups and downs and the question marks and the shortcomings, we are somehow 4-3. So
Yeah, I was before Sunday where they announced that Zeb was going to be the official starter. I was going to come on here. I was going to say a whole bunch of like, I don't care who the starter is, all this mess. But Zeb no starter. They said Luke Doty's hurt. If he's hurt, he's hurt. I don't think he's been healthy all year. You mentioned that earlier, but like you said, I just want that same energy no matter what happens, no matter he plays like garbage, he plays well. I just want that same energy that everybody's giving now. Is like you said about being 6-1 if he had stayed the starter, because I can't forget that first half against ECU because that was a nightmare, that was a nightmare. So I just want that same energy everybody's giving. That's all I want mostly.
Yeah, no, keep the same energy. No, I agree. Again, it's just grateful to be 4-3. And again, like I said, I don't even care who the head coach is, who the quarterback is, who the receivers are. Just win games. So there's obviously a major disconnect offensively. Top to bottom, it was bad Saturday. I don't know what happened. You go up 14-3, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, we're about to roll. And I don't know. I genuinely don't know what happened. I really don't understand what happened. Again, you can blame play calling again, you can blame scheme, but fumbles, stupid stuff, interceptions, penalties, just bad all the way around. It was a poorly coached game, it was a poorly played game, and with all that being said, you still somehow found a way to win, which is again a miracle in its own right. So
yeah, and I was actually you were up 14-3, and I was like, Doty was making some good throws. I think Doty had some good throws. Like I don't think he played amazing, but he had some good throws, But you're up 14-3 and you just took a nosedive. I don't know what to say about that. It really, you don't know what to say. I wish I knew what to say. I bet you wish you knew what to say, but you just don't know what to say. All I know, Chris, you got winnable games coming up. Some of these games are still winnable, Either way you look at it, some of these games are still winnable. It's like, can you find a way to win them? Like, can you not shoot yourself in the foot? Can you just find a way to win some of these games? Because some of these games are technically still winnable. I don't know about Texas A&M. They shocked Alabama, but I don't know. But Texas A&M was looking bad until they played Alabama. So I don't know what team you're getting there. Missouri hasn't looked great. Florida, I don't know about Florida. Clemson hasn't looked great. So you just don't know. You play the games on Saturday. You can hope for that.
I think that, and I'm just going to be totally honest, I think the number one thing that we have going for us is that we've got 5 games left, and we play some flawed football teams the rest of the way out, because I'll be totally honest with you, man. I don't see a game where I don't see us just lining up and beating someone. It's going to take another team playing a miserable game and doing stupid stuff, doing stuff like we do, honestly. So Missouri has shown they're very flawed. Clemson's obviously very flawed. Florida, who knows what in the world's going on with them. So, Auburn, kind of a mixed bag. But, no, I at this point, man, I don't think we're good enough to just line up and beat somebody. I don't think so. So, but like I said, that's what we've got going for us, is we have some games against some teams that are very flawed in their own right, and, they might match our stupidity in a lot of different ways. So maybe we'll have a chance there. But, yeah, I mean, I'll be totally honest with you, man. I've got no confidence whatsoever going into this weekend. Texas A&M has owned you since the series started, and especially the games in College Station. They've just wrecked you the last couple of times. So maybe I'll be proven wrong. And again, I'm not trying to spoil my thoughts on the game on a Monday, but like you said, 5 more to go. Can you find a way to at least win one of them? That's the question. So,
yeah. Also, why do they keep putting those Texas A&M games at 7:30? Why?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's not very favorable when you're on the road in College Station. That's already a tough place to play. So, yeah, I don't know. Great question.
All right, Chris. I'll let you go.
All right. I appreciate you as always, Zachary. Thanks so much, my man.
All right, thank you.
Take care. Great stuff. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-337. So let me try to get to your comments here. So many comments here on a Monday. Daddy goes, Zeb seems to be a better game manager. Tim Rucker says, Brown or Colton for the backup job? Does it even matter? I don't know, man. Are either one of them going to play? I mean, but you never know. I mean, if Zeb goes down, somebody's got to go in. I'd imagine it's Jason Brown. Let's see. Tim Dorn says, let's be serious. We would be 4-2. Well, Tim, we've played 7 games, so how does that math add up? Mike Hall, I like Zeb. Doty era needs to be over. I want to see Jason or Colton to get a chance, bro. I'm not throwing Luke Doty away after one bad game. The kid played fine all season. He had one bad game against Vandy, and it was a bad one. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not gonna throw his entire career away at USC because of one game. But either way, hey, there really isn't, because if the Zeb Nolan news had not come out about who was starting, that would be what we'd be basically debating the entire week, right? But all the drama's basically gone because Zeb Nolan has been named the starter for Saturday's game. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Again, I like Zeb a lot. The story's great. Just an old man doing some good things. The story's fantastic. How will he fare against a Texas A&M defense and then a Florida defense and then an Auburn? We'll see. So let's see. Tim Dorn says we definitely would have beaten Kentucky with Nolan at quarterback. Again, I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll never know. Again, it's very simple for me. Luke Doty not 100%. He shouldn't play. It should be Zeb Noland. And again, I don't want it to be after the bye week say, well, Luke's at 95%, so we're going to put him. No. Just play Zeb. Just play Zeb, because what do you have to lose? Don't keep, because it's not beneficial for Luke Doty to be kept being run out there when he can't be the best version of himself, because he can't be right now. He's not getting outside the pocket. He's not improvising. He's not making things happen with his legs like we all thought he was going to. So if he can't do that, which is supposed to be his strength, then there's no point. I was someone that thought, going into the last couple of games, hey, he's getting better, he's getting healthier, and we just never really saw it. And we just never really saw it. So, listen, I got nothing but love for Luke, and like I told you guys, I don't care who the starting quarterback is. I just want to win. So, thank God for Zeb Nolan. Thank God you had that drive, because, again, it might be a therapy Monday for some of you, but boy, oh boy, you imagine what today would be like if the Gamecocks would have lost that football game. I mean, that would have been an embarrassing loss. There's just no other way to put it. So, thank God we sit here at 4-3. Brennan M in the Big Cock Club Discord and the TDC question says, am I wrong to have a modicum of hope for A&M? Unrelated, but I've also got other plans that day. You're not wrong, Brendan. I would just ask you, where does your optimism come from? Yeah, you never know, right? It's college football. You never really know. But I don't know, man. Night game in College Station with a football team that just beat Vanderbilt by a point. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Wanda Wells says the players that are the players, if they're not executing their assignments, then take them out for a play or two and put someone else in and give them a shot. Can't do any worse. Just saying. Let's see. Aaron Hodges, Zeb is way easier to game plan for. Stack the box, press the outside. The offense is much more predictable. And yeah, Aaron, that was the point I've been making all season long when people are asking about Zeb Nolan. But I'll go back to this. If Luke Doty is not 110%, which you know what? Mike Uva, shout out to Mike, good buddy of mine. He had that original report with Luke Doty that the foot, I guess, was fractured or whatever exactly he said. And Shane Beamer was very quick to come out and say, hey, no doom and gloom. It's just a sprain. He'll be fine. I'm starting to believe that the foot was much closer to the original report by Mike Uva, because there's just no way, we got into the Vandy game. How can you still not be 100%? It just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense. Let's see. Yeah, by the way, for whoever asked, our hoodies go up to, I think, like 4X and 5X. So we've got the bigger hoodies for you guys as well. Just FYI. Brian Dean, I thought Luke played well. His numbers were good. If Vandy went to the prevent when Doty was in there, he would have picked them apart as well. I mean, I'll say this again. Did Luke Doty play a good game? No, he did not. In my opinion, no, he did not. Did he play a miserable game, especially in the first half? No, I thought he did some good things. That throw to Jaheim Bell was a thing of beauty. And, listen, he missed some throws. No doubt he missed some throws. overthrew some guys, and that's when you kind of felt like, man, like he's just off. Like he's really, really off. I'm a little surprised it took so long to get Zeb Nolan out there, to be honest with you. But again, guys, you play the guy that gives you the best chance to win. I don't care. I'm not biased to one guy. I'm not biased to Luke Doty. I really felt like, again, I still feel like with 110% Luke Doty, the best version of the offense is with him under center. But again, you have to understand what I'm saying when I say the best version of the offense with a 110% Luke Doty. I'm thinking to myself, okay, a guy that runs a 4-4, that can run the read option, can get outside the pocket, can improvise. He has done none of that. He has been incapable of doing any of that. So if he cannot do that, then yeah, I agree. He shouldn't be the starter. He shouldn't play. He shouldn't play. Because that is his weapon. That is his strength. That is his strength. So, let's see. Mark Sharp says, I think Doty hasn't even been close to 100% since the foot injury. Has not been fast or the same run of the past all year. I think he's been fighting through it to play, but just not completely healthy. Probably shouldn't play the rest of the season to let the foot heal. Hey, if the foot's not healthy, I agree. I agree. If the foot's not healthy, I agree with you 110%. Go with Zeb Nolan. Travie, is Colton a pure pocket passer? Does he have a little dual threat in him? I think he's a pocket passer. I mean, I don't, I would say Colton's definitely a traditional pocket passer. So, Mark Regal says, Luke Doty has not played fine all season. He's been less than subpar. Stop with the mess. Doty has not been good at all. Again, I think he's played fine. Maybe that's just, maybe I'm an idiot. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Hadn't turned the football over until Saturday. Again, has he won the Heisman or been an all-conference guy? No, but he hadn't made the brutal mistake, if you will. But everybody's going to put it on the quarterback. So it is what it is. So I'm just happy to be 4-3 today. Personally, I was sitting in Williams-Brice Stadium, and I stayed until the very end, and I had accepted we're about to lose this game. No question, we are about to lose this game. There is no doubt. And it was a feeling leaving the stadium of we just cheated death. There's no doubt we just cheated death. And we probably deserve to lose for the way we played. Again, you turn it over 4 times and have 10 penalties, we probably deserve to lose. So, you know what? The fact we won, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Todd Smith, by the way, my guy, appreciate the super chat, my guy. I don't know how I lost or missed that, but thank you. Thank you, Todd Smith. Appreciate you. SitDog9 says, Chris, I know this is going to rub some people the wrong way, but I do think we need to upgrade at quarterback next season through the portal. Hey, get the best possible guy. It shouldn't rub anybody the wrong way. This is big-time college football. This is SEC football. The goal is to win. So if there's somebody in the portal that's better than Luke Doty, a.k.a. Spencer Rattler, go get him. Go get him. Go. I'm all for it. I'm all for it, man. Play the best guy. That's it. How about the Bravos, by the way? Yes. I see Travie, John Kruger. How about the freaking Braves, man? Incredible. Back-to-back walk-offs. Brian Dean says, Salk on a 17, A&M 13 upset special. Brian, then you woke up, right? Then you woke up. Then we woke up. Let's see. Eric Fryer, did Beamer address the Juju McDowell being out situation? It sounded like it just said violation of team rules. That's pretty much all I know. I think just a violation of team rules is all it was. Let's see. Jacob Edwards says we need the transfer portal for all offensive positions minus the running back. Dude, wherever you can get good players, again, use the portal to your advantage. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Brent Brooks says Beamer has reestablished / changed the culture, which is the foundation of successful football teams. He will get things right. Hey, you hit the over in Vegas, by the way, folks. Celebrate the small victories. Again, it is, and I said this in the preseason, and maybe even I didn't realize how much of a roller coaster it would be, but I said in the preseason, hey, this first year is going to be a little bit wacky. It's going to be a little wacky, right? It's not going to be some normal by-the-book season, right? Year one of a new staff, just buckle up. I'm not sure even I expected things to be this topsy-turvy, though, in year one. So really when you look, excuse me, really when you look at it, guys, it's like we are extremely fortunate to be 4-3. I mean, we are extremely fortunate to be 4-3. So, do we win another game? I don't know. But sitting here today, thank goodness for Zeb Noland. Thank goodness for finding a way to win that game. Because if you think today is tough right now, imagine had Vandy held on and won that game 20-14. Things would be ugly today. Gamecock fans, y'all would have been ready to burn it down to the ground. So, I don't know, man. I'm disappointed with the way we played, and I mean it was ugly. God, it was ugly in all facets, man. Everybody had a bad game, from coaching to execution to play. Everybody had a bad game. Outside of maybe the defense, who, shout out to them, ho hum, week after week after week, they just keep it going. But I mean, again, you turned it over 4 times and committed 10 penalties, and you still somehow won the game. So I don't know, man. I just a game that leaves you almost beyond words, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Mark Regal says, I'll give you that. No brutal mistakes. He didn't put anything on the quarterback. A blind man could see we could have used Zeb in the last 3 games. He has a cannon at times. We can't air it out with Luke. I will tell you this, with Zeb Noland, and obviously that was the most tempo, rhythm, everything that we saw all game really Saturday against Vandy. So again, I will be very curious to see how Zeb plays against Texas A&M, because now Zeb gets to really go up against a team that has a good defense. SEC competition. I know he played, very limited against Georgia, went 1 for 2, but yeah, we'll find out very quickly. I'm keeping my expectations for Zeb Noland very realistic, because as Aaron pointed out earlier, guys, yeah, our offense is very one-dimensional now, because guess what? We can't run the ball. That's a fact now. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. We can't run the ball with any sort of consistency. We can't do it. So, yeah, this game against A&M and probably the rest of the way out, you're going to have to ask Zeb Noland to throw it 35 or 40 times, because we can't run it. We cannot run it. So, good luck. Good luck, I guess. Good luck. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Brendan points out, happy birthday, Frank Beamer. Frank Beamer's birthday today. How about that? Let's see. Z Hudson, thoughts on this opinion? Zaquandre White should be RB1. He has a lot more explosiveness and jumpiness. He seems to be the most consistent with no offensive line. Your thoughts? Fair point. I mean, every time he's got an opportunity, he's made the most of it, right? So I got no issues with that, honestly. I mean, and I love the way he plays, love the way he runs, I love his style. Maybe Quan White is the best at making something out of nothing. I don't know. Let's see. Bryant Hughes says, I'm disappointed in the fans booing. I understand being frustrated, but damn, could you hear it on TV, or were you there in person? Because, I didn't think it was, like, crazy loud or anything. I mean, yeah, people were frustrated, man. I don't know what else to tell you. People were frustrated. And you know what? The bottom line is this. As a paying customer, you as a fan have a right. You have a right to boo. If you want to boo, you got the right to do so. Again, did I boo? No, I didn't. But people have that right, and they're going to voice their opinion however they feel they can. And, yeah, that was a little surprising. I'm not going to lie to you. That was a little surprising. It's like, guys, just relax. All right, let's jump back to the phone lines here.
Call from
Robbie Davis.
Robbie, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm all right. Are you doing all right? You sound a little under the weather.
A little bit of allergies, but we're okay. A little bit of allergies, but we're fine. We're good.
Okay, that's
Just
good to know.
not it's that's the crappy thing now in the world we live in, is you get the sniffles and people think you have the Rona, but we are Rona free. Just a little bit of a. Normally for me, it's like once a year. I'll run into like a week or so where I get real stuffed up. So no, we're good though. We're good. No, we're good. We're good. No fever or anything.
Okay,
Just the allergies.
Like,
so
yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I got to say about yesterday. First off, we won the game. That is all that matters. I don't care if we only beat Vanderbilt by 1 point. We won the game. I do not care. But I am not surprised that Zeb Nolan is starting next week. I'm not shocked. And until Doty's on 210%, he should not even be anywhere near the field, in my opinion. And I think Zaquandre White needs more touches because Harris ain't really doing nothing. Lloyd really ain't doing nothing. And the only other running back that we have that's doing anything positive right now is Juju.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, our best two running backs ain't even touching the field. Not really.
Well, Juju a little bit by his own doing for being suspended, but that's a little side note.
What did he do?
Did people not realize that Saturday Juju McDowell was suspended? He was out. That's why he didn't play.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Juju McDowell was suspended, and I believe they said it was just some team issue, disciplinary team issue, whatever. So yeah, that was the case with Juju. That's why you didn't see him out there Saturday. So off field issue.
Well, I just think our defense again deserves more credit because we very easily could have lost that game and our defense showed up. And our tackling needs to get better. I was not expecting our tackling to be that poor against Vanderbilt, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
But our tackling was absolutely poor. And we just need to get better in every facet of the game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, our passing game did pretty good on that last drive, but besides that, we really didn't do much. And I thought the same thing that you thought whenever we were at 14-3. I was like, okay, this could be a runaway. And the next thing you know, it's a 1-point game in the fourth quarter, and our defense is on the field, and they got to get a stop in order for us to win against Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I thought my 31-10 prediction was looking pretty good when we were up 14-3. I was like, I'm going to hit the nail on the head with this one.
That's what I thought too. I was like, we're gonna get 30, and my prediction's gonna come true. But I just think we just like I said, like you said, we got 5 games left.
That's right.
A&M in College Station, and then whoever's after A&M.
Yep, Florida at Willie B, at Mizzou, Auburn at home, Clemson at home.
From what I have seen, and I'm being dead serious, don't get me wrong, I respect Dabo Swinney as a man. Okay, I do. But I'm starting to feel like this could be probably one of the best rivalry games we've had in years.
Yeah, I think that's very fair. I think
whenever we play Clemson.
Yeah, I think at minimum it's one of the most intriguing Carolina Clemson games since 2014. I mean, so yeah, Clemson's a lot like us. They've got a slew of issues. They're a lot like us. So it's kind of weird. So
yeah. And I just like I've told you before, I don't care who plays, I don't care who starts, I don't care as long as we get the win in the games that we're supposed to win, I don't care who the quarterback is. I don't care who's the starting offensive lineman. I don't care who is on the field. I don't care. It could be a 60-year senior for all I care. I don't care. I just want us to win the ball game because, again, like I've told you also before, after last season, I'll take a win any way we can get it, even if it is a 1-point win against Vanderbilt. I'll take it. I don't care.
Yeah, and I made that point
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I made that point on Twitter this morning that again, I think you can be upset with the way that we played and upset with certain specifics regarding our football team, and you could say lack of progression, lack of improvement, the quarterback situation, the penalties, the turnovers, even some of the coaching decisions. You can be upset with that, but also at the same time say, I am grateful we won the football game and that we're 4-3. Because when you keep it in perspective, like I said, when you keep it in perspective, the fact is this: you've already doubled your win total from last year, and you've already matched your win total from 2019. So, again, you can't be negative and grateful simultaneously.
And we still got 5 games left.
Right.
So there's a good
Right.
chance we could be 6-6.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, I guess there's two ways to look at it. You can look at it as, man, this team is extremely flawed and may not win another game. Or you could look at it and say, well, we basically played our worst game and still found a way to win. So, again, I'm not telling anybody here on a Monday to throw a parade because you beat Vanderbilt by a point. I'm certainly not saying that. I'm not thrilled with the performance at all. But like I said, I woke up yesterday like, you know what? As much as that sucked, thank goodness we didn't lose. Thank goodness, because as much as it sucks right now, yeah, I mean.
Can you imagine if we did lose? Can you imagine what the Clemson fans would have been saying?
Oh, I know. Yeah, I mean, to hell with them. Whatever. I don't care what they think, but
it would have been horrible.
Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. To hell with them. We'll see them in November.
Yeah. Well, you have a good one. Okay.
Hey, Robbie, I appreciate the call as always, my friend. Thanks so much.
Mm-hmm.
Great stuff. 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. We do have a text here on the text line. Somebody says, if Doty plays a good game, South going to wins by 14 points. Brian Hughes says, rather win ugly than lose pretty. I agree with you 110%. Again, guys, I am not going to sit here and just pump blind optimism and be a sunshine pumper for you here on a Monday. Because if you're upset, if you're frustrated with how this football team played on Saturday, that's a pretty normal reaction. I think that's a pretty normal reaction. I'm not thrilled or happy with the way this football team played. I guess what eases things for me is I came into the season, again, just telling myself not to be surprised by anything in year one when there's so many moving pieces and there's a brand new staff, a bunch of first-time at this level coaches, bunch of first-year coaches, and it's a roster that, was decimated by the transfer portal and guys leaving, and you got a bunch of new guys, and you got a new quarterback, and you got a new scheme. And I just told myself, you know what, year one, don't be surprised by anything. Don't be surprised by anything. And so, am I totally shocked that game went how it did? Well, if you'd have told me in pregame that South Carolina was going to turn the football over 4 times and commit 10 penalties, I would have believed what we saw. I really would have.
Mark.
So.
Six.
Mark, what's going on, man? How are you?
Oh, I'm good, man. Appreciate you taking my call. I'm a first-time caller. I wanted to say, first off, that I like your show. I like your content. Been following you for a while. I first saw you after, I think it was the Florida game last year when you was talking about Muschamp, and you were just going on. You convinced me that he had to go too, because at that point I was still holding on. I don't know why I was foolish at the time, but I was. I got a couple comments and a question for you also. When I think about that game on Saturday, because I was frustrated also, watching the game, but I'm glad that we did win. And when I think about it, I don't know if last year or if in 2019, if we would have won that game. I don't think we would have, in my opinion. Now, it was Vanderbilt and all that, but, a dub is a dub. My comment is, I think that we have to really accept this team for what it is. And, right now we are a below average to an average team. And that's just how it is. And it's in year one. The penalties got to stop. Yes, they have to stop, but that's just, those are terrible. The game probably been out of reach without all these penalties and all the mistakes and everything else or whatever. In the end, we got the win, and that's a good thing because 4-3 is always better than 3-4. So, I mean, that's just how I see things right now. And things got to change. They got to get better with the discipline, the dumb penalties, the fumbles, all the mistakes. Got to get better. And my last question for you is, what do you think about Satterfield's play calling on Saturday?
Yeah, so I'll start with that one, the play calling. Again, obviously first drive, you just march down the field and score a touchdown. I'm like, man, Marcus Satterfield needed that drive. You know what I mean? With all the questioning around him, and he certainly hasn't been perfect this year, and he needed that drive. And again, I don't know what happened after you went up 14-3. Again, was the play calling great? Again, no, but I'm just so, like I said, going into last weekend, and I'll sit here and say the same thing. The play calling is far from the only issue. I mean, guys are fumbling. There's stupid penalties, stupid mistakes. It's like we just cannot get out of our own way ever. And I know we're trying out there. I know the guys are putting in their best effort and trying to put their best foot forward. But I don't know if we can't handle prosperity. We just can't get out of our own way. So right. It's so easy to look at it and just say, oh, it's the play calling. It's the play calling. But, players have to make plays and players have to execute, and players are the ones that score. Offensive coordinators don't score touchdowns. Players do.
Yeah. So,
for example, Zeb Nolan goes out in the last drive and, whatever. You want to say it was the soft defense, the prevent. That might very well be true. But I don't think Zeb Nolan went out there and did anything very special. He was just executing what Marcus Satterfield was calling. And sure enough, drop back, guys there, he hits him, boom, there you go. So, when your quarterback's having a bad day and your offensive line is missing protections here and there, and then you're fumbling the ball and then you're committing bad penalty, I mean, it just all adds up, man. So, like you said, I do agree with you. Because on one hand, I say to myself, there is some talent on this team for sure. There's talented football players, but Saturday was what it was, and it is what it is. It was the two worst teams in the SEC playing a football game against one another. And, you don't have to like that statement, but the reality is this. If you look at any SEC website or any of these accounts out here, any of these power rankings, whatever, South Carolina has been ranked 13th or 14th all season long by the pundits who cover SEC football. And so you kind of lived up to that billing. That's just where you are right now. You are one of the two, or we'll say three, but you're in the bottom tier of SEC teams right now. And that's just where you are. So it's up to Shane Beamer and this staff and those guys to go recruit and to improve this thing and fix this thing. But you are what you are right now, which is, like I said last week, you're a bit of a ragtag bunch with a bunch of first-time coaches that are all just figuring this thing out on the fly. So just kind of is what it is right now. And like I said, man, you commit 4 turnovers and 10 penalties. You should have lost. You probably should have lost, to be totally honest with you. So, Again, the fact that you cheated death, it's like I said, man, like I want to kick and scream and be upset too. And I'm certainly not happy here on a Monday, but I'm also like, man, we're kind of lucky. Like we're counting, count your blessings, man, because you could very easily be 3-4 right now. So, it is what it is. You take the victories, you count the small victories, especially when you've been through the hell and back that Carolina football has been through over the last couple of years, and you just keep it moving. And maybe they can make some improvements, and maybe through the bye week some things can happen, and you can steal another win, or God forbid, maybe 2. But just I agree with all the points you made, man. What a wacky Saturday that was, for sure.
Yeah, I will say, going bowling is going to be tough to get to a
Oh,
bowl
I
game.
agree.
It's going to be tough. It's certainly possible, but it's going to be tough. It's just, we are who we are right now. It's just how it is. So,
well, and it's
man, thanks for taking my call, man.
Yeah, I appreciate the call, man. Thanks so much. And the point I was going to make to him, I'm sure he's still tuned in, but just echoing what he's saying. Again, you are who you are right now, and so. Like I said to the previous caller, and I'll say it again and again, I don't know how some of you react to this, but would love to take your questions, comments, calls on 843-790-3377. But South Carolina has 5 games left. Could they win another game? Certainly. Certainly they could. But the best thing the Gamecocks have going for them right now is that they play 5 football teams that you could argue, I should say, are flawed in their own respective ways, right? I mean, Florida's a mess. Mizzou is terrible. Auburn is kind of a mixed bag. You don't really know what you're going to get out of Auburn. Clemson's got tons of issues. I think A&M definitely is the most solid football team, but even them, before they beat Alabama, they looked terrible. I think that'll certainly be the toughest game you have left. But you play some football teams with issues and deficiencies. But you're not just going to line up and beat someone. I'm past the point of thinking the Gamecocks, you know what? We play our A game. They play their A game. We're going to win. I don't think there's a team on the schedule left. The best thing you've got going for you is you play football teams that are just like you, that are imperfect, that will do stupid things, that will commit mistakes, and maybe you can catch somebody on a day where you take advantage of the mistakes and you make less mistakes than they do. That's the best thing you've got going for you at this point. It's the best thing you got going for you. So maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't, but I guess at least you've got that going for you. At least you've got that going for you. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Taking your questions, your comments, your calls. Well, guys, questions are rolling in here on a Monday. Here on a Monday. Let's see. Aaron Hodges says, when will the new coach excuse wear out? The honeymoon is over, but when does he feel? But when does he? Oh, hold on. What? Let me see if I can. I'm having like a stroke reading this sentence. The honeymoon is over, but when does he feel the heat for a few bad calls? I mean, are you really going to bring the heat on your coach in year one? I think that's it's a flawed thought process. I just don't see the point in it. You didn't hire Shane Beamer to bring the heat in year one and tell him it was a 3-year rebuild. You didn't do that. You didn't do that. At least I didn't think so. Maybe I was wrong. Townsend Hamilton, who would make less mistakes than us? I haven't seen a football team ever. You got to have hope that maybe one of those teams I mentioned will. Aaron Hodges, all those teams may have flaws. Are these Gamecocks equipped to take advantage of those flaws? We'll see. Aaron Hodges not saying now when. I think, listen, year 3 is the year for all coaches, not just Shane Beamer, not just South Carolina. Year 3 is the year you want to start to see. That is like the trajectory year. It's like, okay, are things getting better? Are they staying the same, or are they getting worse, right? Year 3 is a very important year for coaches. So, Justin Warren, Bell and Jenkins need to get the ball more, especially Jenkins. Bell just needs to learn how to hold on to the ball. I'm sure those will be his drills this week. Yeah, Justin Warren, again, my biggest takeaway from the game, Jaheim Bell needs to touch the football early and often. Your most explosive, your most dynamic player on offense, there's no questions asked in my mind. Jaheim Bell needs to be touching the football constantly. I mean, he is a man-child. That touchdown he had, get off me, child's play, that was a thing of beauty. I mean, this dude's a physical specimen. He's a freak. He needs to have the football in his hands. For an offense especially that is starving for offensive playmakers, look to number 0. The guy can make things happen for you. So get the football to Jaheim Bell. That is the takeaway from the weekend. No question. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. We are rocking. We are rolling here to Monday. Haven't even taken a break yet. We're going to jump into our first break, guys. Again, I want to continue to hear from you, your thoughts, your questions, your comments, your calls. Again, that's 843-790-3377. 843-790-3377. Here on this Victory Monday, that feels a bit like a Therapy Monday. What a day to have a day, folks. Again, appreciate you all tuning in. Questions, comments, calls, and more on the other side. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, guys, we're back. 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Taking your questions, your comments, your calls as well. Trevor Boyd says, Dabo to LSU. Your thoughts? I doubt it's going to happen. That would be interesting. That would be very interesting for sure. Highly doubt that will happen. Let's see. Townsend Hamilton, unfortunately for Beamer, he came in when the SEC has never been better top to bottom. That's the point. Justin Kyle says, so why is the coach in year one a constant excuse? You see Tennessee. They were a dumpster fire way before us and looked 100 times better than us. Justin, do South Carolina and Tennessee not have the same record right now? I understand Tennessee beat South Carolina, but I'm just asking a question. Let's see. Justin Kyle continues and says, I want someone here to tell me there's an excuse if we would have lost to Vandy. Year one coach, give me a break. Tennessee will blow the doors off of them, and they were an absolute dumpster fire for the last 3 or so years. Justin, there would not have been an excuse had South Carolina lost to Vanderbilt. On that same note, I would not have been on here saying, oh, fire Beamer, he lost to Vandy. But is anyone acting like there would have been an excuse if you lost to Vandy? But you didn't lose, Justin. You didn't lose. You didn't lose. It may feel like you lost, but you didn't lose. So I don't think anybody's saying there's, just because you're a year one coach, you get the excuse that, you can lose to Vandy. I certainly don't feel that way. I certainly don't feel that way. Again, I have no issues with people being critical and within reason. Again, if you're being critical saying, oh, we should fire Beamer because we beat Vandy by a point, well, that's obviously a little bit over the top. I don't think anybody would have been excusing a loss to Vandy. I don't give a damn if it's year 1, year 0, year -100. You ought to beat Vanderbilt. There's no question. Justin Kyle also says O-line coach has to go. There's absolutely no excuse for how bad they have regressed from last year. If Beamer wants to make that move, I'd have no issues with it. I'd have no issues with it whatsoever because you are right. It's baffling. It truly is. It truly is. It's baffling. So, again, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3372. Justin also says, like my brother said, this team looks a lot like the 0-11 1999 team. Extremely horrible. Well, Justin, this team's 4-3. So how on God's green earth do the 4-3 Gamecocks and the 0-11 Gamecocks resemble each other? You tell me. And, hey, if you want to make that point, that 0-11 team won back-to-back Outback Bowls the next 2 years. So, hey, maybe we'll get the same results. Who knows? Who knows? Hunter Johnson, was Zeb playing this weekend? I think Josh Fan has a good game. Doty can't connect on the touch passes as well as Zeb. We'll see. We'll see. Again, I'm excited to watch Zeb play because it's a really unique story. And he obviously has a skill set. Again, he can throw the football. But I'm also not – I'm not setting unrealistic expectations that Zeb Nolan's going to go out there and throw for 300 and be something. I mean, maybe he will. Maybe he will, but I'm going to keep the expectations very realistic when it comes to Zeb Nolan because as Aaron Hodges said earlier, and I agree with the point, yes, Zeb Nolan is a better passer than Luke Doty. He is also a much more predictable football player than Luke Doty, even with Luke Doty being 90%. And again, I already told you guys how I feel. If Luke Doty ain't 100% and he can't be the best version of himself, it's an easy decision. It's an easy decision from here on out. If that means Luke Doty doesn't take another snap the rest of the year, then so be it. But I don't want to see another shell of Luke Doty trot on that field. I have no interest in that. If he's not 110%, if he's not the Luke Doty we all signed up for, then don't play him. Because it's not beneficial to him. It's not beneficial to us. It's not beneficial to this football team. There's just no point in it because Luke Doty is getting absolutely ripped, right, by pretty much all parties involved when he's going out there basically playing on one foot. So don't put him in that situation. Don't put him in that circumstance. Just play Zeb Nolan. Because you know what? You could lose out. And you know what? It is what it is because Shane Beamer has the year one excuse. Whether you like it or you don't, he has it. He has it in his back pocket. So you're playing with house money. Don't compromise Luke Doty's situation and put him in when he shouldn't be out there. So, Jack says, Coach took 3 points off the board in the first half to put us up by 2 touchdowns. The 4th and 4 play call was horrible. Threw behind the sticks and sniffed out immediately by Vandy defense. Yeah, so that play call or that situation, liked the idea to go for it. Hated the play call. Absolutely. Brian Jordan, can you talk more about Doty and Douglas jawing at each other on the sideline? I haven't heard about that. No, I mean, definitely, like I said, man, where I sat, Section 3, Row 10, which shout out my guy John Strickland and Ryan Brewer, sat with them, and it was a really, really good time. Appreciate them having me. But, yeah, sitting that low, and I know my good friend who's probably tuned in, Eric Fryer, as well, he can attest to this because he sits down there. When you sit that low, you pick up on things that you don't normally see when you're in the stadium and other places. Like, you can really see the emotion. You can see the body language, those types of things. So I saw on multiple occasions where there were busts in the offensive line and say the first thought is, oh, offensive line's terrible. Look at that breakdown, yada, yada, yada. And you're seeing Eric Douglas and Luke Doty when coming off the field. And Eric Douglas was visibly upset a couple of times. So, again, I don't want to try to draw any crazy conclusions, but based off context clues, what that tells me is the miscommunication, it's not even just on the offensive line. Luke Doty making calls and protections and all, it's just discombobulation across the board, you know. So if Luke Doty's putting his offensive line in bad situations, in bad circumstances, I don't blame Eric Douglas for being pissed off at him. It's like, dude, you're screwing us over. You're making us look bad, and we're catching the brunt of the criticism. So that's what really concerned me. It's like we're into week 7. Week 7. And again, I am not making light of, playing offensive line and how difficult it is. But if we can't get something down as simple as a protection in week 7, that's an issue. That is an issue. So that's an issue. Luke RJ says, Chris, I'm just joking with you about Luke Doty and you being best friends. No, it's fine. I don't care. I mean, again, I guess I've just chosen not to completely rip the kid all season. So if that makes me and Luke Doty best friends, and I guess so be it. But, I don't think just because of one game, Luke Doty's career is over at South Carolina and he'll never play again. And there's no hope for the future of Luke Doty under center. But again, guys, I will tell you this, until the very end, I'm not biased to one guy playing. I don't have any ties to specific guys. I don't care who the quarterback is, the running back, the receiver. I don't even care who the head coach is, guys. Really? At the end of the day, we all just want to win. So whoever that person is that gives us the best chance to win, that's who we need. So I guess that's why that's really why I don't understand in year 1. And again, people, you're very much, you're free to complain about whatever, but that's just why you're not going to hear me complain about Shane Beamer yet in year 1, because it's like, you just hired him. Like, what choice do you have? You have to lock in and fully get behind the guy. What other choice do you have, right? What other choice do you have? So Shane Beamer's getting a pass this year. There's no question. There's no question. And I fully believe in Shane Beamer and what he's doing at South Carolina, that he'll go out, he'll recruit the talent we need, he'll get the guys we need, and we will win a lot of football games under Shane Beamer. But as the saying goes, folks, the eye in the sky don't lie. So if it's year 4, 5, 6 and things are not going the way they should be, they're not trending the right way, guess what? Shane Beamer's not immune from that criticism. Shane Beamer's not immune from losing his job, right? It happens all across college football. This ain't a South Carolina thing. Look at Ed Orgeron. They just won a national title 2 years ago. He's gone or going to be gone. So it's a cutthroat business, man. It's a cutthroat business. And as much as I like Shane Beamer and as much merch as I've made, If it's year 4 or 5 and he's not winning, guess what? He won't be here. That's it. That's it. That's just the reality. So, but again, I believe in Shane Beamer. I think we all do. He's got to get better as a coach. They all do. I mean, the bottom line, dude, they all do. They all do. Again, fully giving the benefit of the doubt and saying, you know what, this is year 1. Dude is learning on the job. He's learning as he goes. But if these type of mistakes are happening in year 4 or 5, you're beating Vanderbilt by a point, it won't be tolerable then. I can assure you of that. I can assure you of that. So, let's see. Again, 843-790, excuse me, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Justin Kyle says, that's why I'm pissed at some point this coaching staff downplayed this whole Doty foot injury. Well, and Justin, I'll tell you this, because I had somebody call me this morning and said that same exact thing, and they were upset about that and frustrated with that they felt like Luke Doty, or excuse me, that Shane Beamer sort of pulled a Muschamp in regards to talking about injuries and stuff like that. Guys, I'll just tell you this. I don't even think it's a Muschamp thing. It's a Beamer thing. It's just the culture of football. And I've bitched with you guys about the culture of football and the things I don't like about it. And that's one of the things is the secrecy of it. I get gamesmanship. I totally understand it. But these football dudes, man, they think they got to keep everything so locked away. Like it's such a big secret. You know, it's gamesmanship, this, that, whatever. It's just like, here's the thing, though. Fans just want to understand, right? Fans just want to understand. They want to know that 2 + 2 = 4. So when 2 + 2 = 6, they're going to have some questions. You know what I mean? Fans are going to have questions. That's what frustrates fans, I think, more than anything. They just want it to make sense. And there's been a lot of things that have happened over the past couple of years and have happened this year that just haven't made sense. It doesn't make sense to beat Vandy by a point. It doesn't make sense to get a brand new coach and have 10 penalties a game. That doesn't make any sense. How can that happen? How can that happen? How can that happen? You know? So, yeah, I think it's just more about the culture of football, man, and the whole Luke Doty injury thing. How healthy was he? I don't know. I can't answer that for certain. Can't answer for certain. So Victoria Lynn Kelly says it can't rain all the time. The sun is going to shine on the Gamecocks. Well, it did. Hey, you beat Vandy. You won the game. So, yeah. Savannah Webster, Gamecocks opened as a 19-point underdog against Texas A&M. 19-point underdog. That line has since moved to A&M now a 21-point favorite in the game. 21, which I honestly, I think that's about right. So, I think that's about right. Yep, 21 feels about right. Daddy-O says a win is a win is a win. That is a fact, my friend. That's a fact, Daddy-O. Win's a win's a win. You know, they're not all built equally. And, again, like I told you guys, I'm not sitting here telling you on a Monday to throw a parade. I'm not sitting here telling you to not be upset, to not be frustrated. That's a very normal, rational reaction. But you can have that. You can feel that way while also being extremely grateful for the fact this team is 4-3. Extremely grateful for Zeb Noland and him coming in and leading the Gamecocks to a victory. Because you know what? As painful as today is, talking about a 1-point win over Vandy, can you imagine? Can you imagine what today would feel like if we were talking about a 20-14 loss to Vanderbilt, which would have been an embarrassing, I don't give a damn, your coach is in year 1, year 0, year -100. A loss to Vandy would have been an embarrassing loss for Shane Beamer in this football program. So just count your blessings. Count your blessings here on a Monday. That's all I'm saying. Count your blessings. Let's see. John Gibbs says, I bought into this about 2 weeks ago, but the fact is we aren't that good, and that's okay. When you get hired for whatever position and you have a bad team, what results can you expect? Let Beamer get his players in, and we'll see if the program progresses or regresses. Yeah, I agree. Again, I've said it all season. I think we're an imperfect football team. We got tons of issues and deficiencies, and just leave it at that. So we're just not a great team. We do a lot of things that bad teams do. All right, let's jump back to the phone lines here.
Call from
Justin.
Justin, what's going on, man? How are you?
Not much. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing well. Appreciate you asking. What's up?
Hey, Chris. Man, Chris, we beat Baby, but man, so I don't know. They can't find ways to win these ugly games for some reason.
They just want to make sure you were paying attention, my guy. Just want to keep you on the edge of your seat. So.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yeah, Chris, I stayed. Yeah, and Chris, I stayed to the whole game, man. And then after that, we just punch in, you know.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Nah, it's like I said,
Yeah.
man, it's you can be. I mean, I'm obviously upset and frustrated and disappointed with how we played, but I'm also just for how bad we played, the fact we lived to tell the tale, we are extremely fortunate for that. So. We're extremely fortunate.
Yeah, and Chris, and we were lucky too because Chris, that game could win either way, you know.
It could have, yeah, most certainly it could have.
Yep, and Chris, the thing about this is, you could have beat Baby by at least 28 points. That should be a 28 points, you know.
Well, I thought you could at least cover the spread for sure. I thought you could at least cover the spread. I mean, again, that's why my best bet was South kind of favored to win that 18-point spread. I thought they'd cover. And again, when you were up 14-3, I felt great about my pick. I thought, man, Gamecocks are going to roll, and I don't know what happened. Wheels just came off. I don't know. I don't know. It's really hard. It's really, really hard to explain and really hard to fathom what we witnessed on Saturday. But again. Just thank God you got the W. I don't know what else to say. Thank God you got the win.
Yeah, that's true, Chris. Hey, Chris, before I get out here, man. Hey, Chris, listen, man. I just can't believe fall off last year. It's just heartbreaking, you know.
That who lost?
Florida.
Oh, that Florida lost to LSU. Yeah, man,
that's a heartbreak.
Yeah, and then LSU fires their coach. I mean, what a weekend for them. So, yeah, Florida's got all kinds of issues, all kinds of problems, man. I'm a bit surprised how bad Florida is personally. So, I'm a bit surprised.
Yeah, and Chris, the thing about Florida, man, you was a favorite over LSU. Yeah, and Chris, the thing about you, the coach was on hot seat, you know.
Oh yeah. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Florida football, the future of it, because, Dan Mullen, I don't know. So, and those Gators fans are not very patient when it comes to their football program. So, what's his future? We might see a coaching change down there too. You never know. So.
Oh yeah. Yep. Well, good. That's all I said, man.
Justin, I appreciate the call as always, my friend. Thank you so much.
All right, take care, my brother.
Yep, you too. Take care. 843-790-3377. I know we just missed a call. If you want to call back in, 843 number. So we'd love to hear from you. 843-790-3377. Joe Anders says, I know what happened. Beamer got cute and went for it on fourth down again instead of playing the game the right way and going up by 2 touchdowns. Killed the momentum and it steamrolled from that moment. Well, Joe, I'll tell you this. I mean, I love erring on the side of aggression. I do love that. We complained that the last guy kicked too many field goals. So, it's just if you're going to go for it, though, you got to execute. You got to execute, bottom line. And that play call was disheartening, to say the least, on that fourth down. Tyler Knoll says, I'll leave this here, and this is all I'm going to say about the quarterback situation. The most popular guy on campus is always the backup quarterback. Everyone was clamoring for Luke when Zeb was playing like trash against ECU. Doty is far from 100%. Everyone wants to write him off. Let him get 100% healthy, and then let's judge Luke Doty. I think that's fair. I and listen, I don't want this to happen, but you know what's going to happen, man. If we go up to College Station and Zeb Nolan plays like garbage early on, they're going to be clamoring for Jason Brown, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, you know, I'll be very intrigued to see what Zeb Nolan does. I'm not setting unfair expectations for Zeb Nolan and thinking he's going to go out there and throw for 300 and, you know, be the savior of Gamecock football and we're gonna win our last 4 or 5 games. I'm not doing that. You know, again, I think the answer is very simple. Luke Doty should not play again this season unless he's 110% healthy. Bottom line, 110% healthy. If he's anything less than that, he should not touch the field again because it's not fair to him. It's not fair to us. It's not fair to this football team, this football program. And especially it's not fair to Luke Doty. It's especially not fair to him. I respect the kid for wanting to be a warrior. As Shane Beamer said many times, he's a warrior. He's a warrior. I totally respect that. But when you're putting him out there and he's a shell of himself, it shouldn't be the move. And again, it's only hurting him. And then it's just pissing fans off. And they're labeling Luke Doty as, oh, he's not an SEC caliber player. He's not this, he's not that, which I think is total bogus. But they're labeling him that because of the play we're seeing on the field when, again, he's a shell of himself. And what I expected, you expected, he's not the same guy that we saw last year and even in the spring. So if he's not 100%, no more of this 90%, 95%, oh, the ankle's almost back, it's almost there. No more of that BS. Don't play him if he's not healthy. It's year 1. Hell, to some, it's year 0. This is a mulligan year for you. We could lose out the rest of the way. Ain't nobody getting fired outside of maybe Greg Atkins or Marcus Satterfield. But Shane Beamer, your job is safe. But don't keep running a kid out there who can't put his best foot forward, literally. Literally. Again, I trust Shane Beamer 110%, but to insinuate this thing has been anything other than a major, major work in progress, top to bottom, by the way, would be foolish. Because guess what, guys? Again, it's the year 1 pass, which you should get it and you're going to get it, but coaching hasn't been great either. Call it for what it is. It hasn't. Nothing's been great top to bottom. Now, again, you fix the rosters, you fix the deficiencies and the holes in regards to personnel, that's going to make coaching look a lot better, right? Great players make coaches look great. Players win games, coaches lose them. But that game on Saturday against Vandy, for example, everything's got to be better, including coaching. Shane Beamer, Marcus Satterfield, even Clayton White, it's all got to be better. Everyone has to be better. I mean, hey, you're committing 10 penalties. How's that happening? How's that happening? A lot of holes. There's a lot of holes on this team. You are the roster you are with a bunch of first-time coaches, first-year coaches at this level. And that's exactly what you look like. That's exactly what you look like. But that excuse won't play very long. So you better, we've said many times they're learning on the job. Well, you better learn quickly. Learn from your mistakes quickly. I got no issues with guys making mistakes. But you better learn from your mistakes and not do it again. So, but hey, like I said, you won the game. Thank goodness you won the game. That's really what matters when you boil it down. That's what matters. You won the football game. Thank goodness. Let's see. Using ESPN or Bill Connolly's current numbers, South Carolina's projected lines the rest of the way are as follows. Gamecocks a 17.5-point underdog against Texas A&M, 16.5-point underdogs against Florida, 2-point underdogs against Mizzou, 12-point underdogs against Auburn, and 17.5-point underdogs for Clemson. That Clemson one's surprising. All right, let's send this call real quick.
Press 2.
Will, what's going on, man? How are you?
What's going on, buddy?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good, man. First time caller. Been listening this year. I like the show a lot.
I appreciate it.
I like some of the honesty. But here's my issue. What I see for one, the offensive play calling has been horrific, especially the situational stuff where we need 4 yards or 2 yards. It's like we just can't seem to figure out what works best for us. Because when I'm watching it, I see when Luke Doty rolls out of the pocket, he is by far at his best. But I don't see us doing that enough. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you this. Like I said, I've said many times that I don't think play calling is the only issue, but I certainly will not sit here and tell you that I think the play calling has been great. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's been
right.
Yeah. So
yeah, there's a ton of issues all over the place, but I feel like we haven't helped ourselves. I feel like the coaching has been subpar all over the board, especially when it comes to discipline. I don't think I've ever seen. I've been watching Gamecock football since the '90s. I don't think I've ever seen a team more undisciplined than this one, as far as making these penalties. Right? Like, this is probably one of the worst teams. I don't get it. I'm just so frustrated because I love the Gamecocks, man, and it's hard right now. You know,
the penalties are really hard to fathom. They really are,
right?
Because that's not a penalties like that. A lot of which I'd say probably 90% of the penalties we commit, that's not a physical issue. That's a mental issue. That's just being stupid. So how do you fix that? You got to go get new players. Is it a coaching thing? I don't know. Because there's just no way that Beamer and his staff are coaching guys to commit penalties, right? There's just no way. I don't know, man. I wish I had the answer.
I know. I don't get it. This is what I look at. My best friend's a Tennessee Volunteer fan. So I'm looking at them closely because we talk about them all the time. Their roster is depleted.
Mm-hmm.
They had so many people leave, so many new faces. And it's like that team is, even though we're both 4-3, they're playing on a different level than they did last year, right? Like, they have elevated themselves even without the roster. You could tell the coaching's better over there than it was. And with us, it seems like, man, we got all these running backs. The whole offensive line is back. Why can't we run the ball?
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we at least do that, right? I just don't understand it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you look at the two situations, and when you're just really honest about it, Heupel's a guy that was a proven commodity that had been a head coach before that had success, and Beamer didn't. You know what I mean? So I'm not surprised we're a little bit behind them, I guess. I know that nobody wants to hear that, and that doesn't mean that's not me knocking Shane Beamer, but you knew the risk you were taking when you hired a guy who had never been a head coach before or a coordinator. So.
And I love the hire, and I'm still behind Beamer.
Yeah,
I'm not going to, regardless of what the year happens, I'm not going to be one of those people that's like, fire him right now. Obviously, the guy needs some time. Mm-hmm. But I just want to see improvement, man.
Yeah.
Week to week. No,
it's frustrating. It's frustrating in the meantime, and I agree with you, and that's what I said in the preseason, that all we wanted to see was just improvement week to week and a football team that was figuring it out, and certainly offensively, I just I don't think we've seen that. That's due to a multitude of issues, but we haven't seen it.
Yeah, and I do feel better with Zeb being the quarterback, even though that's not a long-term fix, and it's not all Luke's fault. Obviously, the kid played okay. He isn't as terrible as people make it out. But I think the offense might be better right now with Zeb in there, because I feel like he might be comfortable making a couple of throws that Luke might not be right now.
Yeah.
The reads. It seems like the reads are quicker with him a little bit, at least from what I've seen.
Yeah. Well, Zeb's gonna get his chance.
I'll let you go, buddy. I'm gonna call you back sometime though. I'm gonna keep listening though. All right, buddy.
No, I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much for the call.
Yeah,
great stuff. 843-790-3377. I will say this: Zeb's gonna get his chance, man. I'm excited to see what Zeb Nolan can do. Again, I'm keeping the expectations realistic, and I'm not predicting he's going to go out there and throw for 300 yards or anything crazy like that. But, how much different will the offense look with a Zeb Nolan under center? Going to be really interesting. At 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. All right, let's send back to the phone lines here.
Call from
Jay Smith.
Jay, what's up, man? How are you?
What's up, Chris? How you doing, man?
I'm
First
doing
time
well.
caller, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We're getting a lot of first-time callers. I really appreciate that, man. I appreciate you calling in. What's up?
I appreciate everything you do, man. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but the same thing everybody's been saying, man. Like you see flashes, and then next thing you know, boom, reality sets in. But I do think the change with Zeb, we have to try something. And I do think that Luke was hurt more than, we were told. So I just wanted to get your take on, Zeb and, some of the other stuff that's going on with Carolina football.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree with you. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again. And, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like I said earlier, man, with the quarterback situation. Again, do I think Zeb Nolan's the answer for us to finish out the season 5-0? No, not necessarily, but yeah, again, the Luke Doty situation with his foot injury, if he's not 100%, he just shouldn't play. And if it's one of those things, I'm to the point now, man, like if he needs some sort of surgery, just go ahead and get it. Just go ahead and get it. Let Zeb Nolan rock out the rest of the season because, again, it's doing nobody any favors, but most certainly, especially Luke Doty, it's doing him no favors to, as Shane Beamer says, quote, be a warrior and try to push through an injury. Like, it's just not, you know what I mean? Because he's not playing his best football. He's not putting his best foot forward in regards to the type of player he can be, which is holding him back, which is limiting his play, which is limiting the offense, and it's just pissing off the fans. So you know what? Let him take care of himself, put Zeb Nolan out there, and just be done with it. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So and
I agree.
We'll see what Zeb can do.
Man.
Yeah, we'll see what Zeb can do. So.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It's like, on obvious plays where he can run, he runs and then he folds up for the hit, and you can tell something is wrong.
Oh, yeah.
So I agree with you. I agree they should shut him down, if he needs surgery, and then just try to continue to build a culture. Because one positive thing, the players always and have their backs, and it's a lot. It's a lot of positive stuff you can take out, but there's also a hell of a lot of negatives. Excuse my language.
Mm-hmm. No, you're fine. No, yeah, I agree. I agree, man. Yep, I agree.
But appreciate everything, man. I'm a first-time caller. Like I said, I love the show. Keep up everything, man, and I'll get off and listen to some other people.
Jay, I appreciate you, my man. Thank you so much for the call.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
You too. Great stuff. 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Continue to take your questions, comments, calls. Got to love it here on a Monday. First-time callers. Appreciate you guys. Thank you all so much, man. That's awesome stuff. Having some new people call in. Really, really good stuff. So, again, thank you all for being interactive, engaging with the show. The beauty is in the banter, right? I love it. John Gibbs, think about this, though. At least Beamer changed the quarterback to try and change the game. If this was the last group, they would have left the same guy in, and we would have lost. Yeah, I guess that's one way you can look at it for sure. Josh Travis, do you think the reason we were not able to get higher profile / big name coordinators because Beamer didn't have any experience? That certainly could be a fact. Beamer said he got 8 of the 10 hires he wanted. So I wonder who the 2 are he didn't want, right? Or that weren't his first choice. Let's put it that way. First choice. Jay, appreciate the call again. Yeah, Travis says, good take on Luke, Jay Smith. And, I thought Jay had some great points. All the callers, you guys all have great points. I love it. Wanda Wells says, they need to catch the ball too many drops. This is not all in the quarterback. Yeah, again, top to bottom, there's issues, there's deficiencies, everything else. But, like I said, we'll see what Zeb Nolan can do. Hey, Luke Doty's out with an injury. And like I said, guys, like if he needs surgery, just get it over with. Just get it over with. Let him get better. Let him heal. Because, again, it's just not fair to Luke Doty to keep trotting him out there injured. It's just not, in my opinion. It's not. Because he can't be the best version of himself. He can't. And therefore, this offense can't be the best version of itself. And therefore, that's pissing fans off. So, let him get better. Let him get healthy. Let him get to 110%. Stop forcing him out there. So, stop forcing him out there. Again, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Taking your questions, comments, calls. Guys, again, we got a lot to talk about it in a Victory Monday, but again, a Victory Monday that feels kind of like a therapy Monday. And Gamecocks do now sit, though, at 4-3, getting their first SEC win over the weekend against the Vanderbilt Commodores. I want to continue to hear from you. Also, guys, it is Texas A&M week. Gamecocks taking on the Aggies this Saturday in College Station. Guys, I want to continue to hear from you. 843-790-3377. We're going to take one last break. I want to continue to hear from you. 843-790-3377. Your questions, comments, calls, thoughts, all that and more on the other side. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, we're back, guys. Taking your questions, your comments, your calls. 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. There's 20 minutes to go here on a Monday, October the 18th, 2021. Folks, again, appreciate you all tuning in. Thank you all so much for the continued love and support, guys. We got a packed week. It is Texas A&M week, and of course, guys, South Carolina coming off their first SEC win of the 2021 season. Let's see. Questions are rolling in here on a Monday, and I want to continue to hear from you. 843-790-3377. You can call that number. You can text that number. Also, guys, like I told you, today's a great day to have a day. New merch up in here as well. Love to see it. Love to see it. Love to see it. Again, let's see. Anthony Dillard says, that was a pretty pass to Bell on that touchdown. I laughed when Bell pushed the defender down. The entire game should have gone that way. We should have been pushing Vandy around the entire game. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. What changed from early on? Because it looked like that's what we were going to do. I thought that's what we were going to do. And after that first quarter, it was just downhill from there. I don't know what happened. Did we get overconfident? What changed? I don't know. I don't know. Dylan Proth and me, my friend, yelled at you from the upper level. Glad we got to see you and get the dub. Was that you guys? Okay. Yeah, I remember seeing y'all. That's awesome. That's awesome. Really, really good stuff. That was I'll tell you what, it was a fun day. I mean, Saturday was a great day. Tailgate was a huge success. Being in the stadium, seats were awesome. I thought, honestly, for the most part, I thought Gamecock Nation showed up and showed out for that football game. As far as the crowd's concerned, I thought it was a pretty good crowd. Filled in kind of middle of the first quarter, but thought the crowd was solid. Obviously it wasn't sold out or anything, but, I thought the crowd for the most part was there. So kudos to Gamecocks Nation. William Korb says we ran up tempo and then stopped after the first two drives. Yeah, we stopped doing whatever we were doing. That's a fact. We stopped doing whatever we were doing. So, Luke RJ, what did you think of that passing attack on the last drive? Was it all about Vandy just playing prevent defense and only rushing 3 or 4? Or do you think we could do that in other games? Certainly I think you have to take into account what defense they were playing. What I loved seeing more than anything was it looked a lot like a Spurrier offense where it's like Zeb Nolan takes his drop, the ball should be delivered here, boom, it's delivered, it's on target, receiver makes a catch, etc. Just keep it moving. So, can you build off that last drive and develop any type of rhythm and have some offensive success in the passing game? Who knows? Maybe you can. Maybe you can. So, are you going to look exactly like that against A&M? I doubt it. But, Zeb Nolan can sling it. There's no question. He can sling it. So, and I'll tell you this, man. Moving forward, hey, like I said, it's a fact. We can't run the football, right? We can't run the football this year. So, hell, maybe the offense should move to we should throw it 35 or 40 times a game and run that style of offense because we can't run the ball. We can't run the ball with any kind of consistency. None. Absolutely none. So, to hell with it. Throw the football. Get the ball in Jaheim Bell's hands. E.J. Jenkins. Hey, maybe Xavier Legette. Dak Joyner even had a good game. God forbid. Dak Joyner, I thought, had a good game. You got to find a way to do something, though, offensively. That's for sure. You got to shake something up. You've got to shake something up offensively. You do. Got to shake something up. Dustin Johnson says, do you think Satterfield's NFL offense is too complicated? Maybe. Maybe that's an issue. Maybe that's a problem. I don't know. Maybe that's a problem. If that's the case, how have you not simplified to this point? How have you not simplified yet? I mean, we're going into week 8, man. We're going into week 8. Guys still can't figure out the offense? Guys still can't figure out the scheme going into week 8? That's crazy to me. That's absolutely crazy. So, mind-blowing is what that is. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Taking your questions, your comments, your calls as well. Justin Martin says, Chris, Luke Doty needs to rest. I hope Zeb does do good at quarterback, and I hope South Carolina gets 2 wins to become bowl eligible. Yeah, if Luke's not 110%, guys, he shouldn't play. That's where I fall on it again. It ain't fair to Luke. It ain't fair to us. It's not fair to this team. If he's not 110%, he shouldn't play. I think we were all led to believe that he was going to be 110%, right? That he wasn't that far off. Well, he's obviously not close enough. He's obviously not close enough. So, listen, if he needs, at this point, if he needs the foot surgery, just do it. Just do it. It's year 1, man. You have the built-in year 1 excuse. Let Luke Doty take care of himself and let Zeb Noland navigate this thing the rest of the way, and that's it. But trotting Luke Doty out there, anything less than 100, and he can't be the best version of himself, that to me is a mistake. That to me is a mistake. So, Dustin Johnson, I just don't understand all the penalties we get. Yet, out of all the teams we have played, there hasn't been many penalties on the teams we have played this year. Listen, I don't know either. I don't know how you're so penalized. I don't know how the game can be so hard. How can it be so hard to not do stupid things? Not make silly mistakes? How difficult can it be, you know? I don't get it. I don't get it either. I don't get it either. Jay Smith, 2-quarterback system mixed with a few trick plays, best 11 on the field. Got to help the defense out. Just build on these last few games. Have a great offseason. Come back next year. Tired of saying that and dominate. Phil Harris says, clone Phil here. I will say this. That was a Spurrier-type move to pull Doty when it's clear he wasn't going to win the game. Impressed with the decision. Yeah, obviously it was a decision that really paid off. Matt Garner says, budget hires get budget results. That's what Matt Garner says. Luke RJ, I can't remember one play that a play-action pass has worked. The success rate of those plays has to be very, very low. We don't fake it to the running back correctly, and the quarterback is pressured before looking downfield. Well, Luke, why would you fall for a play-action when we can't run the ball anyways? What deception is there? Is anybody scared of our running game anymore? I don't think so. Is anybody scared of our running game? Why would you be? Why would you be? $112 rushing yards against the mighty Vanderbilt Commodores. Why would anybody be scared of our rushing game? 3.5 yards per carry, bro. Just right on brand for us. We are literally averaging 3.5 yards per carry for the season. I mean, we are what we are. Hell, Kevin Harris is averaging 3.5 yards per carry. Y'all realize Kevin Harris is our leading rusher on the season? He's averaging 39.5 yards per game. He has just 237 yards, and we're more than halfway through the season. That is baffling. Baffling. Baffling to say the least. Tyler Allison, 129th of 130th in penalties against, right at 3 per game. Almost have to think that's partially just bad luck. Nobody ever holds our D-line. How can that be? Great point. I don't know. Maybe the refs hate us. I don't know. Phil says his coaching staff is young and will grow and get better with time. Anyone who is expecting a well-polished team year one is crazy. We'll get there, though, in time. And I agree. That's sort of where I fall. Again, hey, the reality is this. The year one excuse is built in. It's there whether you like it or not. But again, you have to appreciate all of the things that South Carolina has gone through, is going through, the change, if you will. You have to appreciate that. So a lot of moving pieces, bit of a roller coaster ride, especially with injuries. You know, again, if the Gamecocks, guys, I'll tell you this. If the Gamecocks can finish 5-7, it's been a roller coaster ride. It's been ugly. But I'll tell you what, you finish 5-7, I'll look back on this season and say, well done, Shane Beamer. Well done, Shane, for finding a way with this group, as bad as they've been, getting to 5-7. I will tip my freaking cap to you. I mean, hell, it's a miracle you're 4-3 right now. It is a true miracle. So, it is a true miracle. Dustin Johnson says, how did we get a delay a game on defense Saturday? Have you ever seen that? How the hell does that happen? Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, when they're messing with the snap count and all that stuff. I don't know what happened. I think Jalen Foster was clapping or something. I have no idea. Only us. Only us. Truly. Truly. Let's see. Courtney Washington, Torian Gray got scapegoated in Florida. Now the DC is on his way out because he ran out of excuses. Yeah. Did they fire him? Justin Warren says, anybody know how banged up Lloyd and Harris are? Well, Beamer's saying they both got ankles. Who knows what that means? I would expect at least one of them to be out. I mean, I don't know. At this point, man, I think you gotta expect the worst with injuries. These coaches, they don't really let you know what's actually going on. None of them do. The culture of football, it's all about secrecy and gamesmanship. So I bet one of them will miss the game. If I had to guess. If I had to guess. So, again, guys, 843-790-3377. Matt Garner says the penalties show the poor coaching because it hasn't gotten any better. These coaches want to love and not discipline. Matt, do you think they're coaching guys to make penalties? I mean, that's what I have a hard time. I have a hard time accepting that. Is that, I mean, what can a coach do? What can they do? Because we're not deep enough to tell a guy, hey, if you make a dumb penalty, we're going to bench you. We need everybody to play. Again, has the coaching been great in year one? No. And it's a bunch of first-time coaches, first-year coaches. It hasn't been great, but players are the ones that make plays. Players are the ones that have to take accountability and not make dumb mistakes and penalties and all that. So, I mean, it falls on all parties. It isn't just coaching. It falls on all parties. So, Joe Anderson is not on the players. Beamer made costly decisions in the UK game. Once the season plays out, we will see who's the more to blame. The Birch pass going for down 6 with 14 minutes left on the 25-yard line against Kentucky, etc., isn't on the players. Well, are we really going to go back to the Kentucky game where the guy just dropped the pass right over the middle? I mean, it was a great call. I thought, I mean, listen, we're coming. It's just kind of ironic to hear fans complaining about that because we're coming off an era, regime, a guy where people complain that we kick too many field goals. So now people are going to complain that we're going for it too much. I mean, they're erring on the side of aggression because what do you have to lose in year one? What do you have to lose? So, I mean, if you disagree with the call, fine, but it's hard for me to hate it. I appreciate the coaching staff giving guys opportunities to make plays. I mean, of course, again, I don't agree with the Birch pass. I mean, there's been other decisions I have not agreed with, but, live and you learn, I guess. Live and you learn. Matt Garner says the players don't care when they know there are no consequences. Matt, how do you know that? Are you in the building? Are you behind closed doors? Do you know what the consequences are of guys committing penalties and doing stupid things? I mean, again, I hear you. I hear you. But you're drawing conclusions and you don't really know what you're talking about. I'm not in the building either. So you might be right, but you're guessing. You're just guessing. So let's not play the guessing game. Ryan Smith says, in due time. Time will tell if we made a good hire or not. I believe Shane Beamer is good. I'm riding with him. He's trying to establish the culture. Here's the other thing, too, guys, for me to have perspective on. We're only one game off the pace of where I picked us to be in the preseason. So it's really hard for me to kick and scream when it's like we're only one game worse than I thought we'd be right now. It's not like we're 1-6. So Matt Garner says common sense. When anyone gets away with things, they keep doing it. All right, Matt, I got you. Maybe I don't have common sense then. If you think they're coaching to make penalties, then that is a bold strategy, Cotton. So that is a bold strategy. Brennan M. says in the TDC Questions channel in the Big Cock Club Discord, he says, we didn't hire Beamer for this season. If we wanted immediate results, we would have hired Freeze, Napier, or Chadwell. I've said that before as well. You did not hire Shane Beamer because he was a one-year wonder maker or one-year miracle worker. You hired him to be a long-term answer, not a short-term. Bottom line. So, hey, if these same issues are happening in year 4 and 5, different story. Different story. So, Matt Garner says coaches and teachers are the same. If you let students get away with things, they don't learn no difference between a student and a player. Again, Matt, I hear what you're saying. I guess if you believe that they are in the building right now and they're okay with the penalties and they're accepting of it and they there's no accountability, then I guess I will tell you this before we get out of here because it's about to be 2:00. I think Shane Beamer right now, again, it is year 1. He hasn't even been the coach for a full year. Yeah, do I think Shane Beamer is jumping down the throats of guys as hard as he will when they're his players and his prospects and his recruits? Hey, it's a lot easier to discipline your own kids than somebody else's kids. So I think Shane Beamer is trying to walk a fine line between being the disciplinarian and also gaining the trust of his football team and these players. Tim Dorn, what do you have to lose? The game. Tim, you could lose every game from here on out. You know what? It's year 1 anyways. Whatever. Many have labeled it year 0. So, again, I echo, what do you have to lose? Against A&M, you're a 21-point underdog. What do you have to lose? Nothing. The answer's nothing. Let's see. Last comment here. Brian Turner says, I'm proud of our team. They're playing hard and building a new foundation. Stay patient. Success will come. Go Cox. And that's a great comment to go out on, folks. Again, we've hit 2:00, as I expected. An electric Daily Crow here on a Monday. Again, folks, thank you all so much for tuning in. Appreciate the love, support. By the way, if you have not done so, check out the podcast that dropped this morning. Episode 520, breaking everything down. Also, a great conversation, a great throwback interview with former Gamecocks running back Ryan Brewer. Really awesome conversation, guys, from June or July of 2019. Really great stuff. You want to make sure you listen to that. But we'll be talking about it all week, folks, breaking everything down. Gamecocks are 4-3. It is Texas A&M week. Want to continue to hear from you guys. Again, thank you all so much for the continued love and support. Have a great rest of your Monday. We will